Hey there, it's Chris Woolley, the photo professor, and I want to chat with you for just a moment about the image critiques tool. Lots of you have reached out and started using this, so I wanted to go a little bit more in depth about how it works and how you can use it to prepare for image competition. So I'm going to pop over here to my website, and it's cwooley.com, and we're going to see the photo professor that's up there. Now, to get to the image critiques tool, we can go to resources and then image critiques tool, and it's going to bring up a page that looks just like this. If this is a tool you think you're going to be using, bookmark this page so you've got easy access to come right back here. So now, once we're in the tool, to launch it, all we have to do is hit this blue button, Image Critiques Tool, and this is going to open up ChatGPT. Now, you do not have to have a paid ChatGPT account, although it can be helpful. You get a couple additional perks if you do have that paid account, but the free one works just the same. And essentially what we can do is we can take an image and we can upload it and get feedback to it. So I've got a file folder here with some of my images, and let's say this very top one, I want to get some feedback on. So I'm going to take it and just literally drag it in here, and I can see that it's got an overlay that pops up that says add anything. I'm going to go ahead and hit that, and now we can see down here it's already uploading our image. Optionally, I can give it a title. In this case, I'm not going to, and I'm just going to hit this black button over here that uploads it. So now this image is going up into the cloud, and ChatGPT's going to use the Photo Professor Image Critiques tool to provide feedback to it. So what it's going to do is it's going to give it a score, it's going to give you a category, and then give you feedback on your image. So what you're doing that's working well and what you can improve upon. So now you might be wondering, how is this different from just uploading it to normal ChatGPT or other such language models? Well, this one's going to be trained by the photo professor. So that's me. I've gone through and I've trained this so that it responds like a competition judge would. Specifically, it responds like I would. And so it's going to be looking at your images through a little bit different lens than an untrained model, which means that the 12 elements, it's going to be looking at those. I've gone through and I've expanded what my definition is of each of those 12 elements, so it knows that maybe impact's a little bit more important to me, and storytelling matters a whole bunch, so does technical excellence, and some of the other things like presentation or maybe your color might not matter as much when it's coming up with what that score. So I've gone through very, very detailed and outlined how I come up with those scores and how that language works. I also have a general philosophy or a flow that it comes through. So when it's trying to derive at what category you belong into, it's going to be looking at the image and going through kind of a step process. So this is something that judges do all the time. It's how I work. It's how a lot of other competition judges work. So I just put it into a little bit more of a usable format. The feedback is exactly what you do if you're going to be getting a paid critique that's coming through. It's going to look at the image. It's going to say, hey, what's working really, really well? Give you specific examples of that. It's going to say this stuff needs to be improved upon. Give you specific examples of that too. So really neat how this is working. Completely free to use. And again, this is just a reference tool, something that you can use when you're trying to decide which images to actually enter into competition. Now, a little bit of a warning on the scores. This is a machine that's doing this. This is not a real live human or real live judge. I'm not physically looking at your images. Instead, it's interpreting my judging philosophy and applying it towards your images, which means that it might score it slightly higher or lower than what an actual competition judge is, or what competition does when you have 5 jurors on that same panel that are all debating over an image. So this is just one piece of feedback to start giving you some correct direction, if you will. So something that's going to make this work. So it's going to be analyzing our images there, but don't get too hopeful. If it says that it's an amazing 100-point image, it might just really, really like your image. But as a starting tool, it works really well. And I've spent a bunch of time really honing in on that merit, no merit line. So my goal is that you can use this to try to find which ones have the most opportunity to score well. I found that if it scores about above 85, that it's kind of all over the place, just like real judges are in terms of what hits it, what impacts it, and what does not. If you're in that slight merit range, that 75 to 85 range, that's its golden spot. It does really, really well there. So now a couple other small things about the free ChatGPT account versus a paid ChatGPT account. And again, this is not through me at all. I have no paid products that are here, but just looking at the difference between the free ChatGPT account and the paid ones. The free ones you can use as much as you like, but it might limit you to like 5 or 10 image submissions per day. So totally fine. You get the same feedback, same quantity of information that's coming there. That's not changing. It's just how frequently you can use it. The other big thing that you get if you have a paid ChatGPT subscription is the ability to upload multiple images at the same time. For instance, you might have 4 images that you're looking at, and you say, which one should I enter? Which ones have the most potential? You can throw all 4 in there and ask it which one's going to score better or which ones have the most potential, and it'll rank them for you. I found that to be very helpful when I'm trying to decide which pose is a little bit stronger, or which one of these similar images should I be submitting. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, the Photo Professor. I just wanted to say that made this tool to try to help the community, help get some additional feedback on our images so that we can all be stronger photographers. Remember, the better the decisions that you make, the better your photographs are going to make. Thanks, everyone.